for certain. I'm getting rid of this here burden. Today I make the choice to forgive and get rid of the poison.
It was a stormy night that was oh so cold. I had no warning for what this night might behold. I was so glad that Dad was finally home. He had promised me to get some ice cream cones, but the night went on and Daddy started drinking. Time spent like money in the jukebox sinking. I went over to see him and
So, you know, being in this community where we were having this creative dialogue through spoken word poetry and through rap, it started to spark more critical thought and what I would call a critical consciousness. We started to realize that through the stories we were sharing, that we had some common experience. A lot of the guys and I would have conversations where we admitted that our fathers were alcoholics and that they were abusive to us and our family members. And for so long, the meaning that we derived from these experiences was that they beat us because we were a problem, that there was something wrong with us. But as we began to have this critical and creative dialogue, we also realized that all of our fathers had been victims of police brutality, had repeatedly been victims of racial profiling, and never found a productive way of really dealing with that. So we began to make sense of our fathers' drinking and abuse, not saying that we were part of the problem, that maybe that there was some problems going on with society, with some of the systems of law enforcement. And if we weren't part of the problem, maybe we could become part of the solution. And it was from this context that I began to realize that I could actually forgive my father for the stuff that he had done. I could begin to forgive him for not coming to my high school graduation, that I could forgive him for not coming to my wedding. I could forgive him for not coming to my college graduation, that I could forgive him even from my brother's death and funeral that he never attended, right? And so through forgiveness, I began to let go of some of this emotional burden that I had been carrying around with me. And I began to realize that this pain could become greater propane in my life that could empower me to do better in school and in the community. I truly felt like my hoopty had been pimped. I had pimped my ride by embracing forgiveness and practicing that and learning to forgive myself and learning from the painful situations. And I came to the conclusion that sometimes painful situations come into our life so that we can find healing, so we can develop insight and authority that can bring a solution to that pain, not only to our lives, but to other people who are dealing with a similar pain and a similar issue.
I know one thing for certain, I'm getting rid of this here burden.